Christmas memories. I've been working so much lately, I can barely find the time to sleep. Yeah, I spend my time running around, keeping people pleased. But this is my favorite holiday. It's a chance to start over new. Cause I missed you, so I'm letting go of everything but you. These are the good times with you. Baby, this year it's just gonna be you and me. Hang by the fire and chill. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, and I've been longing to hold you close.
Hey guys, welcome to a very once in a lifetime video vlogmas for you. I had asked you on Instagram before Vlogmas started what you would like to see for the month of December, and a bunch of you, for some reason, are convinced my husband actually does not exist. Here he is. Say hi to Andy. He will be making his first video appearance and more than likely his last one. But Yins wanted to see a QA video for both of us, so I had asked you a couple weeks ago to send us your questions that you wanted us to answer. So we're going to answer that for you now. Okay, these are in no particular order. I'm just kind of going to go run through the list of everything that you sent us. So here we go. What have you craved the most during pregnancy? Carbs. I want a lot of carbs. I want ice cream. And for some reason, I've been like so obsessed with cheese. I don't know why. Like, I don't want sweets. I don't want salty. I just want like the really good, like, give me the food that's gonna fill me up right now and I'm gonna be such a happy camper.
It's true.
All right, let's see here. Did you cry for no reason from hormones? Twice, actually. So last week I was eating a peanut butter apple and it was my last slice and my peanut butter fell off the apple onto my plate and my apple slice did not want to pick it up and I didn't have another apple for a recon mission and I was so devastated that I cried about it. And then I actually cried a little bit earlier today because I kid you not, I have not tried to do my own nails since I was in like high school. And I thought they looked terrible and I just like started crying and I was like, I need my nail lady, like I need to go so bad. But it was alright, like I got it figured out. I don't think they look like super bad, I just have them all like a champagne color, but it'll take practice, I'm gonna get good at this. So yes, those are the only 2 times that I can remember that I actually cried for no reason whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
What's the best thing about pregnancy? Feeling his kicks. Definitely feeling his kicks. And being able to get the ultrasounds done and actually being able to see him on, I guess, like camera. I really do like that. But I can say I am ready for him to be out of me now. I'm ready to hold him and feel him kick me outside of my body so it's not super painful anymore. Have we started nesting? We have. I think, if I remember correctly, I was about 13 or 15 weeks whenever we had first started to kind of get the nursery set up. So it was like kind of like super early in the pregnancy compared to whenever most people do it. But for the most part, like we're getting things together. I do plan on showing you the nursery once it is completely set up and done. But it's definitely coming along. Like we definitely got like the clothes put away. We have the blankets together, the crib set up. I mean, like we kind of have like the whole general like layout and stuff going. So it's almost done. I plan on showing you the nursery once it's finished for Vlogmas. I'm hoping. If not, it might have to be a little bit, maybe into like January or something. But I do plan on showing you. How's the pregnancy going? How's the pregnancy going?
It's going good.
It has its ups and downs. It's definitely taking a toll on my body now. I feel like the round ligament pain is getting a little bit more intense, but I refuse to wear like a belly band because I really don't want to weaken my muscles. Like, I'd much rather them kind of like keep doing what they're doing to stay strong. But aside from that, like a little bit of back pain, and it's actually really funny because I'm pretty sure like Asher is sick of me talking, because he doesn't really kick as much now, which is totally normal. Like, I am 31 weeks. So the doctor did say like I'll feel his kicks a little bit less and less just because there's not going to be as much room. However, when Andy talks to him and he hears Andy's voice, he will seriously like shift completely over to where he's at and just start kicking the side of my stomach like crazy until he puts his hand or he talks back to him or something.
He likes me more.
It's like he wants his daddy already. And I'm just like, dude, you're inside of me. Like, what is this? Like, I'm just the mom now. But, so, I mean, the pregnancy overall really hasn't been bad. I've actually been really blessed to have a pretty healthy, and I don't want to say easy, because easy is definitely far from this pregnancy. But, like, I haven't really been sick. I haven't really been, like, super fatigued. Like, every now and then, like, you know, yeah. But, like, for the most part, like, I'm able to, like, function fully. So it's been pretty nice. If you knew your lump was there before September, why didn't you get checked sooner? Okay, this is actually like one of those. So basically, if you watched my breast cancer video, which if you didn't, I did kind of like explain everything in that, which I will tag that one in the description since you did ask, so I'm not going to go into a whole lot of detail. But basically, we found the lump, it was like end of February, early March. Like, it was like pretty early in the year. And, you know, like it was like huge out of nowhere. Didn't necessarily think it was cancer, just because whenever I moved it felt like muscle. Like, we thought maybe I had like a herniated chest muscle because I was still really active in the gym at the time. So I rested and it started to shrink. Called my PCP. And, you know, she said it sounded like a cyst. She understood my frustration because she knew I wanted to work out. And, you know, she's like, you know, there's really nothing to be, like, too concerned with. Okay, so I called my PCP in April. In June, I had my first pregnancy appointment. I brought it up to my OB at the time. She wasn't terribly concerned with it. You know, she said a lot of it was, it's probably a cyst, I'm off birth control, you know, birth control can cause cysts. My age itself didn't really make her seem to think it was anything too concerning. So, again, nothing. And it was still shrinking. Like, the fluid and stuff around it was still going away. Like, it was, like, pretty slow, but it was, like, it was getting smaller. So then, because I'm impatient and I'm just fed up with it, I made it a point to call my breast surgeon, who I've actually been seeing for the last 4 years now. And because nobody was concerned, I didn't like reach out to her right away, because it's like, you know, why would I? But that's whenever, you know, we did the testing, we did find out it was cancer. So basically, to answer your question, I did try to get the lump checked sooner, but I think a lot of it was because you don't really hear breast cancer in women under the age of 40. It is very common, obviously, like, you know, it does happen, but it's not something that really like raises an alarm. Like, usually they try to like rule different things out first. So yeah, I did try to get it checked, but unfortunately, here we are. Everything's good. The pregnancy's good. The cancer is out of me as of October 2nd. I'm still getting my treatments. I'm doing everything I can to make sure I'm still here for Andy and Asher. Who's more competitive? That would be me. Over everything. It doesn't matter what it is.
As you can tell by her answer.
He is very laid back. Oh no, that's a lie. He will be competitive, especially whenever we play deck hockey. He is very competitive with that, because we always try to outdo the other, and then he gets like really mad whenever I can like keep up with him. But overall, like, whenever it comes to games, whenever it comes to sports, it doesn't really matter what it is. Like, I am like super like, I'm going to do this better than you, and I'm gonna win, basically, is what it comes down to. So yes.
And then I win.
I am the more competitive one. Are you ready for Christmas? I am.
No.
I am definitely ready for Christmas. Our tree's up. Everything's up. Our house looks great. All of my Christmas presents are wrapped. Everything's ready to go. However,
all of my Christmas presents are still in the mail.
And in boxes sitting in his man room right now. So needless to say, I'm very prepared.
Not so much.
He's waiting till the last minute. This is a you question. What was your first thought when you heard I had cancer?
It was just something else we were going to have to get through. I knew she had good doctors and her mom did it before, so I figured, well, she can handle it.
We knew what to expect going into it. Unfortunately, thanks to my mom, you know, we've been through it. I've been through it once. I think this is your first time though, that you ever actually had to deal with somebody like really close to you going through cancer like this. Mm-hmm. So I think what happened was, because of my knowledge, it kind of like eased his stress some, because it's like, oh, this is like, you know, surgery, chemo, radiation, like boom, 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 this is what we're doing.
It did make it easier.
You know, like we already knew what to expect going into it. So I think that kind of helped you a lot too. And this is another you question. How are you doing with the cancer diagnosis and treatment?
She's handling everything well, and as long as she's healthy, then I'm good.
He's a keeper. Alrighty, who's more excited for Asher to be here? I don't know. Like, I think it's pretty equal.
I'd say so.
Like, I'm ready for him to be here mostly because I am just ready for him to be out of me. Like, honestly, if he wants to come early, for the love of God, come early. But I think it's like one of those things that, you know, like he's been in me now for 7 months. I don't think I hit 8 months yet. I don't think so. So I'm still like about 7 months. Like I said, I'm 31 weeks. Don't ask me to do math, like please. But, you know, it's just like we've had him, like we know he's been coming for so long. Like we've been expecting him since May. And it's just like all the anticipation right now. It's just like building up. Like I could go into labor mid-January. I can go into labor for my due date February 11th. Like I have like a good, basically like 3 weeks from whenever I'm like hit 37 weeks to 40 weeks that he could be here. And just the fact that December's like flying by and like we're getting everything ready, it's just like I want him here so bad. And I know you feel the same way too. Like we're just so ready for him to make his arrival. So I don't know, like I think it's pretty equal.
I'd say that one's a tie.
Yeah, for now. Who are your celebrity crushes? Oh my god. Okay, first of all, 90s kids out there, Boy Meets World. If you didn't have a crush on Ryder Strong, I don't know what to tell you. Like, oh my god, Sean Hunter, like seriously, he still looks so good. Like, please, like definitely celebrity crush #1. Sorry, babe. But I also am a really big fan of Zac Efron and Bradley Cooper. I think they are both just like the most beautiful beings on this planet. But Ryder Strong is just like, oh my god, like definitely my biggest celebrity crush. Like I've had a crush on him since I was maybe like, I don't know, 10, give or take. If you're watching this, like, I love you.
My celebrity crush?
I'm not a celebrity.
She has her own apparel. She's a celebrity. She just doesn't know it yet.
Cheater. Alright, let's see here. What's something that annoys you about the other? You want to answer this one first?
I'd have to say the way someone leaves empty water bottles all over the house. I find them in the couch, just sitting on the table.
In my defense, I work from home.
And in fitness, you have to stay hydrated. So...
You do. But my laptop is also constantly on my lap, so it's seriously like such a pain to have to move it, to stand up, to go, like, I'm lazy sometimes, guys, I'll admit that. But what annoys me about you, we'll be watching something on TV, whether it be something that I picked or he picked, and he's sitting next to me on his phone, on Instagram, volume the whole way up, and it's nothing but cars. Like, all you hear are engines revving. And you can't hear the TV, and I like look at him like, one or the other, like, come on. But that's about it. I mean, like, we pick on each other all the time, so, you know, it's whatever. Okay, how did you meet? You want to take this one? Do you remember?
I remember. We met in college.
We had English 202C together, I think it was. And it was one of those things where it was like, I knew him to see him before this class, but like I never talked to him. I didn't know his name. I didn't really know much about him other than the fact that I thought he was like super attractive. And you know, like he walks into this class and I was like, oh, I didn't know you were in here. Like that was like the first thing I ever said to him. And then like over time, like first of all, this was a terrible class. Like it was a 3-hour night class. And I'm pretty sure we bonded over our hatred over it. Like, that's how we even became friends to begin with.
I'm not much of an English person.
But the funny thing was, I found out after talking to him that he enjoyed working out. And I was like, oh, okay, like, I do a lot of home workouts from, like, my background doing gymnastics. You know, I didn't really, like, go to a gym. He would spend about 8 hours in the gym, like, every day whenever we were at school. Like, we just used the Penn State gym.
So we started working out together.
I met some of his friends because we kind of like worked out in a group. And I think it was maybe 2 or 3 months after we started talking that we kind of made it. No, I don't even think it was that long because we started dating in April. And I think, like the semester started what, January? Like we had English in January. So okay, it was about like 3 months. Like after we had started talking. That like we made it official. And then he was the first one to say I love you, which I thought was like so sweet. And long story short, we've basically been together going on 10 years now, and he's stuck with me, whether he wants to be or not. But no, like it's been fun. Like I definitely think Penn State, because if there was anything aside from fun that I could get out of it, it was definitely, you know, meeting him. Because he's the best thing that happened to me. Aren't we cute? Okay.
Our matching hats.
Our matching hats. Final question that you guys sent me. How do you stay so positive knowing you're fighting cancer? You're such an inspiration. Well, thank you. I think, and this is one of those like really difficult questions to answer just because it's kind of complicated, I guess. But I've always considered myself just to be kind of like this really bubbly person who always like looks on the bright side of things. You know, it never really mattered what it was. It was always like, there's always a good side to every situation. So my personality in general, I think, helped. And then like we said earlier, you know, my mom went through this. So we already knew what steps to expect to become cancer-free like she was. You know, we knew the surgery, we knew the chemo, we knew the radiation. We already had the plan set up even before we had our first consult with the doctors. Like we knew what to expect. And that helped. Having a really good support system with Andy, my family, his family, my friends. Just knowing I can talk to people and, you know, just like knowing that they have my back no matter what's going on, that really helped a lot too. And then also, you know, the big not so surprise, Asher's coming. So my excitement and my focus really has been on him, not so much me going through all of this. And I think just everything with that was just kind of like a big distraction because he's going to be here all basically like
couple months,
couple weeks, really. Like, you know, the earliest he can make his arrival was 6 weeks. And I just think like that's my focus. That's where everything's going. I don't even really think about me. I just kind of like focus more towards the future. Like I know I'm going to be cancer free. I know Asher's coming. I know I'm going to be here for both of us. And I think that is really where my positive attitude comes from. So I really hope that answered your question, because that was really hard to try to even like figure out how to put into words.
You did it very well.
Oh, thanks. But that is our QA video. We answered every question that you sent. Like I said, this is kind of like one of those once in a lifetime things where he is actually on camera talking to you. And I think he did really good. I'm very proud of him. So we're going to wrap this up here. Like always, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on social media. And I will see you in the next video. And shop my merch. You can find this beanie, that trucker hat, and this t-shirt all on nikkiwilliamsfitness.com. He's a walking billboard. I love it. But I hope you guys are enjoying your Christmas season, and I can't wait for the next Vlogmas video.